we were all at a party at Gerard Butler's house. And
Jesus.
yeah,
You live such a wild life. It's fascinating.
it was bizarre. And my now fiance, it was her birthday, and Gerard Butler's in one room singing happy birthday to my fiance. And I'm sitting in a room having a conversation with Paul Saladino. Now, I don't know how long you were following him, but this is at the end of his meat-only pure carnivore stage, right? So he was like the pure carnivore guy, like Sean Baker, like pure carnivore, blah, blah, and so on.
Right, he was Carnivore MD for a long time.
There you go. And so now he and I are sitting at Gerard's house and we're having quite a debate. Like if you hear the way our friend Jeffrey describes it, he thought it might come to blows. It was never going to come to blows. But that's the way he tells the story, right? But anyway, we're having this debate and he's going, carnivore, carnivore, carnivore. And I'm going, human diet, human diet, human diet. Sorry, but, carnivore is just the other end of the vegan spectrum. It's just the other end. And I'm really clear, if I was forced to pick one extreme, I would take carnivore over vegan in 5 seconds. So anyway, I start talking with him about my time with the Hadza, and I talk about, well, I can tell you right now, I can tell you what their prioritizations are. When they are hunting, you can judge their prioritizations, because once they're tracking something, like they're tracking spoor, they're less likely to stop for anything, right? They now are focused. And if the more fresh the tracks are, the less distractible they are. So if the tracks are like medium fresh, they're not gonna stop for root vegetables, but they might stop for berries. If the tracks are a little more fresh, they will not stop for berries, but they will stop for honey. But if the tracks are fresh, they will not even stop for honey. The number one priority is meat. They are meat-based, they are not plant-based, and they are not the bird hunters like CNN calls them. The reason that CNN, by the way, calls them that is that occasionally Instagram influencers go visit them for an afternoon, and because they're going for a tourist hunt, that's all they can hunt with a tourist is birds. So now they're the bird hunters.
Classic.
I have hunted massive big game with them. We've killed big things. I've eaten hyena, baboons. I've eaten big bush pigs. Like they are meat based. I know, like that's just the deal. Now, I'm having this conversation with him and I'm talking about eating baobab fruits and what have you. And then of course I take him to go visit and off we go into the bush with my partner Kirsty and they get to experience it. So here's what happens a little bit is that Paul at this point does change and he starts going on social and talking about eating, fruits occasionally and honey. And then of course the haters, just like the ideologic vegans, not the other ones, but the crazy vegans, then there's crazy carnivores too.
Totally.
And the crazy carnivores start jumping on him and attacking him and telling him you betrayed the cause. The moment somebody becomes ideological about their diet, their health is going to go down the pan because they'll sell their health for their ideology. And Paul decided to follow, what he believed to be the truth. And you got to respect that, in my opinion.